Gemini, welcome to your February 2024 General Tarot Outlook. I hope you're all doing well. We're going to open up the reading today with an oracle message for you, Gemini. Let's see what Gemini needs to know. Thank you guys for being present for the reading with Gemini this month. What does Gemini need to know? Guidance. It's illumination for Gemini in the month of February. Too many, just one. Gemini, how we do these readings for the month in regards to your tarot is I select a card representing each week, and then I select another tarot card for in-depth detail on what has already come forward for you. Okay, so let's see. Gemini. February oracle message for Gemini. Thank you guys. What does a Gemini need to know? Too many, just one. I let the cards come through organically one at a time. I do not force a hand, Gemini. I never interrupt the psychic flow between me and my guides. So they do take some time. And that is, if you're sitting there going, what's the delay? That's how I work with my guides and my spiritual and galactic team. Gemini, oracle message for the month of February. Gemini, for the month of February. Thank you. We wait on your message. We trust your wisdom, and we wait patiently for your message. Thank you. Sacred heart, passion, love, and spiritual communion. The number 12. Gemini, what a beautiful card to have as your message from my guides to you in the month of February 2024. Passion, love, spiritual communion. Talk about yummy message indeed. Now let's have a look at your tarot then, Gemini. Let's see if this is reflected in the tarot this month for you. Opening up the month of February for Gemini. One message, please, for Gemini. What does Gemini need to hear today? Just one. Thank you, guys. Thank you, team, for being present again. Just one for Gemini, opening up the month of February. Gemini. Just one. Sacred heart, Gemini. Love, spiritual communion. Spiritual communion. Are you diving into esotericism, Gemini? Are you connecting with different realms and dimensions through dream state, journaling, meditating, working with tarot and astrology and divinatory tools? Spiritual communion can come through in many different ways, or you may be proactively engaging in learning the art of esotericism or learning the craft of working with the cycles of the wheel of life regarding astrology. We open up the first week of February, Gemini, with the 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles represents the 3D world, things that are tangible, what we build that provides a legacy for others. It's assets that are intellectual and physical. This is a card that represents ongoing financial stability. Finances are highlighted here, especially family, ancestral finances and resources and assets. Could be inheritance, but we will get more context with the second tarot card for the first week with that 10 of Pentacles, Gemini. The 10 of Pentacles is all about being very grounded and practical with resources, being intelligent, knowing how to invest, knowing what is good for your future and your future stability. The second week, please. Thank you, guys, for bringing through that first message. Gemini. Gemini, the second week. Gemini, I have my crown chakra tingling. You may be getting some information or communication regarding your finances or assets and investments at this time. Very powerful sensation coming over me right now for Gemini through my guides that you may need to know about at this time. And again, that spiritual communion, my crown chakra being tapped by my guides and tingling. There's something here for Gemini to take note of if you are interested and building on your craft and art with esotericism and communicating with spirit, breaking through those dimensional realms. Go forward confidently is the message from my guides through to you. Oh my goodness, talk about powerful connection today for Gemini from my guides to you. Second week, please. Thank you. Second week for Gemini. What is Gemini required to understand that is coming into their path in the second week? Second week for Gemini, just one. Thank you, guys. 10 of Pentacles. Very grounded. Family. Family, Gemini. The second week, we have the Six of Swords. This is recovering, can be overseas travel for some. This card does represent healing and moving on from a difficult situation, a difficult conversation, a contract, a train of thought, a path that you were on. Now there is movement. It is an emotional recovery, moving towards something, moving towards the land. You're on the seas at the moment here, Gemini. You're going through the emotional path, but there is a feeling of the decks are being cleared. I feel like I have movement and traction. You are recovering. The third week of February, we have the major arcana card, Death. Wow. That third week, Gemini, with the Death card, that major arcana card. So major arcana cards in the tarot deck are a lot more punchier. There's a lot more weight to them. You're on notice here to release something to bring in new life. There is also a natural cycle coming to its end. And you're on notice here that this is coming towards you in the third week. My goodness, Gemini, what a powerful month for you with your messages so far. But again, we will get clarity with the second deck. Okay, fourth week of February, moving into the month of March for Gemini. This is Gemini moving towards new life, breaking from something that has run its natural course. Just one, thank you guys, just one for Gemini. Ending the month of February, moving in to March. Thank you. Another major arcana card, and it's Justice. Justice represents karmic balance. Now, karmic balance in itself is about things that need recalibration, that are out of our control. It's something that has to occur. This is also a card that represents decisive decisions and strategies. Ooh-wee, Gemini, my goodness. Back to that oracle just so far. Sacred heart, passion, love, and spiritual communion. With that Death card. Be tapping into ancestry here, or Getting some powerful astral travel messages. You could be tapping into your divinatory tools and actually getting contact with people from the other side. So let's get some context here. That's just what I'm intuitively feeling for Gemini. It's as if you're really amping up your spiritual connection here. The passion, the love for getting in touch with that other side of yourself. That deeper, deeper self. Okay, so the first week of February with that Ten of Pentacles for Gemini. The card of ongoing resourcefulness. Solid foundations. Bringing in legacy. Family. This is old money that's been built. This wealth has been accumulated over a very long time and is to be respected. Now, what is this Ten of Pentacles about for Gemini opening up February of 2024? Yes, I do let the cards come through organically, just putting that out there again, and it does take its time, but this is important, Gemini. We don't force the hand when it comes to messages from the other side of the veil. Just one. That Ten of Pentacles, thank you, is with the Ten of Wands. Straight away I look at the rest of your month, especially with justice, and consider very carefully that you may be signing a significant contract or ending a significant contract, Gemini. So opening up the month of February, the Ten of Pentacles with the Ten of Wands. This is an exhaustive completion coming to an end finally. You may be coming into a return of an investment that has been going on for some time. You may be looking at breaking free from a family obligation or a home or property. Something is coming full circle here in regards to your stability and ongoing sense of wealth and resources that are plenty for you for the future. Could also be, again, a significant work or employment situation now coming full circle, or you're ready to at least let go. Okay, I see something building here. So that second week after the first week, which to be fair, Gemini, is actually quite huge. That Six of Swords sees you recovering emotionally. So recovering and moving in a different direction. You're not quite there, but you're heading towards ending something that has been difficult and quite troublesome for you. A lot of conflict. Like I said, possibly in making a decision. It looks like the decision has been made in the first week, and now you're on the journey and on the road to recovery. And again, this could represent overseas travel and travel, but let's get some confirmation if that is the case. Or are you just moving on from a home, a contract, a marriage, a relationship, or a work situation? Well, that Six of Swords is with the Five of Cups. Okay, so this is definitely moving on from a loss, grief. It could very well represent a death in the family or the death of an asset or inheritance or a resource. I don't conceal the severity and the necessary information that comes through here. This combination looks very much like recovering from a very difficult cycle that's been going on for some time in regards to work, property, family, a death in the family or an inheritance situation. But at the very least, you're recovering and moving on. But there is a lot of emotion attached to this ending here, Gemini. Now, the third week, that death card, that major arcana card, the death card, does represent the karmic ending of something that has run its natural course to bring in new life. Well, let's see what that death is for you, Gemini. I will say this is not a light reading, Gemini, at all. And death has to occur to bring a new life. It's how we emotionally deal with it. There may be situations that are brought to us, but at the very least, we have control on how we deal with it. The death card in the third week for Gemini, death. The resurgence of life after a very long cycle that has run its course. What is this death card, please? It's with the major arcana card, the Hanging Man. So this is surrender, looking at life from a different perspective, and release. It also can represent a major arcana card. Again, this is punchy. And you've got a major arcana card with a major arcana card confirming here. So this is a very important message for you, Gemini. The death is asking you to surrender, to release yourself from being stuck. If something has naturally run its course, life will go on. But we do not want to sit in this space of divine discontent or melancholy too long, because there is new life trying to break through for its own natural reasons. Something's run its natural course here, Gemini. Thank you. The last week of February, opening up the month of March with the major arcana card of Justice, that karmic card of recalibration and balance that is necessary, a decision, decisive decision, contract. Like I said, when I opened up for the first card, it just seems to me like contract, paperwork might be highlighted, but we will get some depth here to that Justice, what this represents. Thank you. Last, thank you. And it's with another major arcana card, my goodness, and it's the Sun. This is the most optimistic, uplifting, spiritual message, being a major arcana card you can get in the tarot deck. So here is the end of the month looking very optimistic. A legal situation or contract in your favor that brings in a sense of optimism and feeling good again. A karmic cycle has ended here. A decision or contract has come full circle that brings in the end, and the light and the sun is shining now. So I think whatever you're going through here, Gemini, in the month of February, you've been in it for a long time. And at the very least, you do have some balance and harmony coming back that makes you feel good about the future again. It's optimistic and uplifting. Like I said, it's the most favorable card in major arcana in the tarot deck. Something is turning in your favor. And it's not without trauma and a battle and heartache and severing and completing a very long cycle. But it's here now in the month of February. And you are now at the very end of a very difficult cycle. It's no wonder, really, you have that spiritual communion and passion and love message through your oracle from my guides and galactic team to you, because that spiritual communion is definitely keeping you in touch with understanding that spiritual side of life and death, and connecting and getting the messages necessary to get you through this difficult stage, to bring you back to your optimistic self and looking at the future with a lot more hope and childlike enthusiasm. Wow. Nothing light here at Cosmic Girl 101. All right, Gemini, that's your February 2024 tarot reading. I do wish you a blessed month, and I will catch you next time.